What's up YouTube? My name is Lexi. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the delusional trick daddy who sat down next to Nene Leakes at 51 years old, claiming that women over 35 are damaged goods. The delusion, the audacity, and the gall of it all needs to be discussed. So we are here for a good time, a short time. Grab your snack, grab your coffee, grab whatever's going to make you comfortable as you're listening to me. If you like my vibe, do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right on into the video so we can talk about the delusion and of what is happening. I think we all need to come to the conclusion that everybody does not need a microphone. We do need to be cautious about who we are sitting across from and who we are platforming. Trick Daddy has not had a hit song, a hit anything in God knows how long, but yet he just keeps on still finding himself on the couches of people. So now he has found himself on the couch of Nene Leakes. And now at this point in time, this man has said this on her platform.
I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years old.
You're not?
No.
Well, honey, I know you are attracted to me, honey.
But y'all standards are too high. Y'all are too emotional. Y'all are damaged good from past relationships.
I am not damaged.
You don't even realize you're damaged, you see.
To hear Trick Daddy sit on this couch and basically talk so negatively about women over 35, I am actually very sad that I'm not in the collective of women who would pretty much be barred from his line of vision. Like, I don't think that there's a lot of women or any woman that would really just be like, damn, I really want to be with Trick Daddy, da, da, da. Like, where are these women? You know, like, he's not even somebody who is on any woman's radar. For him to just have the gumption and gall to sit up here and just seem like, you know, I'm such a prize and I have so many people to choose from and I'm this and I'm that. Sir, nobody is rushing to be at your side. Nobody is rushing to be a bed nurse to you. Nobody is rushing at all to be in any kind of situation with you for any purpose other than a monetary gain, you know, monetary gain or notoriety or whatever. That is the only thing that is going to happen. And that's also the only appeal of most girls that are under that age bracket or whatever. Like, you know, when you're super young, 19, 21, impressionable, fame, all that stuff, like, that's really appealing. So I'm just like, I could see maybe somebody getting with you for a little bit of money. But even so, I'm questioning that because Trick Daddy hasn't had a song in God knows how long, you know, like, and mind you, I found some photos of young Trick Daddy, you know, like young Trick Daddy used to look something like this. I have it somewhere on the side of the screen. But that's very much so a far cry from the Trick Daddy that we are seeing right here today. And I'm not trying to be a person who's coming down on somebody based off of their looks alone, but also looks, attractiveness. Like, it's not just what you look like, it's what you say, how you carry yourself. And Trick Daddy has just had not the best presence at all when it comes to interacting with women. So I'm just like, you are no prize whatsoever. So for you to even think that you have so many options to choose from is so delusional. It's just so delusional to me. Also, this notion of, you know, you're damaged goods after a certain age, yada yada yada, like, I don't think that's, obviously I'm going to be anti that rhetoric, but I'm just like, you also have to look at yourself and where you are and how you are conducting yourself in your life and whatnot. He says that after a certain age, your standards are too high. Ladies, may this be a reminder to raise your standards even higher, you know? Like, may this be a reminder that your standards are blocking you from a low quality experience in life. Like, please, please do not lower your standards to sit down here and be considered by a man like this. Standards are not something that, they're not punishments, you know, like, even when you have standards and boundaries with people, like, it really allows you to control the amount of experiences or like the quality of experiences that you have in your life. Sometimes when you lack boundaries, when you lack standards, people are able to literally take advantage of every good part of you. You need to have protective barriers. You can't just be allowing anybody who's anybody to come and run amok into your ecosystem, in your life, in your space, in your headspace, because then that's only more years of therapy, more years of healing. Like, have your standards. Don't make them ridiculous or whatever. Don't make like something, I don't know, don't make something frivolous be your standard, but also, like, stand firm on what you believe, or stand firm on the way that you believe that you should be treated and whatnot. And I will always encourage that, like, at any age or whatever, like, always stand firm in how you believe you should be treated. And that is the experience that you will conduct yourself with let somebody come along who's able to provide that with you, because the minute that you lower your standards, there has not been one time on God's green earth that a woman has lowered her standards and said, thank God I did that. Not one time. You dictate the way that you're going to be treated in this life. I don't like the prize terminology, but understand that you are a woman. You love yourself wholeheartedly, respect yourself, and that will really dictate the way that other people respond to you and the way that you get responded to in life. So now I also want to address the fact that he says that, you know, over 35, like, you come with a lot of baggage, a lot of hurt, a lot of this, a lot of that. I'm just like, listen, I think that healing is something that is every individual's purpose to find and fulfill. We have examples, and even age isn't even the proper terminology to use when it comes to something like that. For example, we have people like Huda from Love Island, if you've ever watched that. I watched this season, and I will make a video about that soon, but like, we have Huda, 24 years old and batshit crazy, versus you could also have another woman who might be older, but she went through therapy, she went through all kind of other things or whatever. And I'm not trying to sit down here and make them seem marketable, but I'm saying, like, you can't use age as a barometer for to measure just how healthy a partner will be or not be. But I also want to talk about Nene Leakes. And Nene Leakes, her response back, talking about something like, oh, you find me attractive though. That, I don't know, it's definitely not a generational thing, but I'm just like, women like that, women who are so ridiculously male-centered, and I hate using that word because it's been such a buzzword or whatever, but a male-centered woman is, you just got to stay away from that. You have to stay far away from a male-centered woman. So much so, like, for example, like the T app, that's another video that I'm going to make soon. But like, that's another thing, another idea that definitely just does not go well, because you have women who are male-centered and whatnot, who are basically okay with stepping on other women to make themselves feel better about themselves. She's sitting down there and she's just like, you're attracted to me and da-da-da-da-da. You want to be marketable to Trick Daddy? Is that where your life is heading? Is that where you, does that make you feel good that you were appealing to Trick Daddy? Like, why was that something that gives you confidence? Why is that something that makes you feel like I don't know. I don't feel like that was ever something that needed to be said. She over here talking about some, I'm not damaged. He said, you don't even realize that you damaged. Trick Daddy is sitting there looking how he looks, having the audacity to tell Nene Leakes that she don't even realize that she's damaged. Sir, you shouldn't even have, that shouldn't have even been a statement to come out of his mouth. But this is the issue with a male-centered woman, because I'm just like, now you have given him the opportunity for him to even retort to you that way, and you guys are clearly on two different levels, but he still has the gumption to tell you that you don't even realize that you're damaged. Like, sir, that statement alone is proof of a damaged individual. So you also need to go and do some healing. You also need to figure yourself out. And I don't know why, I think that, you know, a lot of men of a certain age, they just kind of refuse to do the self-work, the self-healing, the self-this, the self-that, and they push more agendas that lean more towards misogynoir. And I'm just like, listen, it's just not, you're just not it. You're not selling it. Nobody wants you. No. Okay. I find it very odd to have an older man like really be very pressed on having a young impressionable partner or young impressionable woman. I feel like, what is it about standards that makes you feel like you are not equipped to handle them? Like, I understand if some women's standards are like ridiculous, like give me like 3 Birkin bags a month or something like that. That's ridiculous. But I'm just like, most times as a woman has matured, has gone through the dating pool, etc., and certain things that they might have learned or picked up so that they could become a healthier person, for that to be such a red flag for certain people to just say like, oh, I can't deal with the standards, I can't deal with this, I can't deal with that. Like, if it's something reasonable, I don't see why that is such a deterrent for an older man or whatever. It's just, you want to just have your way. You want to just be able to have your way, to have somebody not give you any pushback on your ideas, to not have anybody challenge you or point out or correct things that might be problematic in the way that you're conducting yourself, problematic in your speech, problematic in this way, problematic in that way, or whatever. nobody is an island, you know? So I'm just like, you want a young, impressionable girl who can just go with whatever, who could basically line you up the same way Shannon Sharp was lined up, like a young, impressionable girl who doesn't even know herself. And then as she gets to know herself, she's going to be pissed off at herself for wasting her good years with you. And on top of that, like, listen, I'm in my 30s, and I'm just like, a lot of women in our 30s, like, we are looking like, you know, freaking 20 and such like that, depending on how you're taking care of yourself. So I'm just like, any woman, as long as you take care of yourself, you are focused on yourself, you have the best things going for yourself, etc., etc. Like this, I think that this interview more so hones in on the fact that women, I just need you guys to take care of yourselves, be the best version of yourselves, create the most beautiful, luscious spaces for yourself. Like, do everything that your little heart desires for you to have. Ladies, may this interview be a reason for you to raise your standards, for you to even make them higher than they were, so that you can block low quality experiences from your life altogether. Because imagine you lowering your standards low enough so that you could be with Trick Daddy, so he could sit down here and feel good about himself while talking down to you. Child, please, 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 no. That's all that I have for this video. Drop it on the comments, let me know your thoughts, and I will catch you in the next video. Mwah. Take care.